Are you looking for new free-to-play games to play that won't cost you any money? And are you tired of those videos showing you the same popular games that you're bored of, or showing only first-person shooter games? Don't worry, I've got you covered, and I also have a bonus for you. I'll actually be showing you not the top 10 free-to-play games of the month, but 11 free games. All different types, from racing games to survival looters and sports PvP arena titles. So, let's dive in. Number 11, DCS World. The Digital Combat Simulator World is a game featuring different vehicles such as combat jets and free maps which take place over the eastern Black Sea and Mariana Islands. The concept of this game is to attempt to offer the most realistic but authentically fulfilling military combat simulator that features military-grade aircraft, tanks, ships and ground vehicles. The free version of the game has two special aircraft from the World War II period and also from Russia. The game has a feature-rich mission editor to create maps and a feature-rich list of over 100 ground vehicles and trains, 150 or more AI weaponry systems, over 20 ships, 50 air defense systems, and more than 80 aircraft options to pick from. The community-made add-ons and modules here also allow for greater extensibility options to extend the game. This game is for those interested in simulating World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, the Gulf War, and any other combat situations that are popular in history. Number 10, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. This Asian-style MMORPG is a fairly new release by Sega, and it's an adventure game allowing for up to 32 players simultaneously to take advantage of its promise of adventure. There's a lot of powerful enemies to face and take on in this game, so you'll need to make full use of the special movement mechanics and controls that it offers, such as the Photon Dash and Photon Glide that let you move across the world at a swifter pace. You will create a brand new character unique to others and set out to take on the challenges that await in the world. Number 9, MapleStory. One of the longest running MMO games, the MMORPG game MapleStory is on Steam and it's still huge. This game was one of the original MMORPG games, and any old school internet user has heard of this game or can recognize its iconic 2D sprites. This anime themed game lets you create a powerful character, a hero with different abilities that can be procured from the 40 or so existing classes with different customization settings. This game has a heavy theme of reward for progressing through the story and its points of discovery. This side-scrolling game has a ton of awesome dungeons with various bosses in them, and it has a large social aspect to it, like all of those old MMOs had, which is something I feel is missing more in the games of the modern generation. The world features different cities, forests and natural environments, all with unique secrets and rich lore with its story that you will unravel as you free roam through it. Number 8, AdventureQuest 3D. AdventureQuest was a big part of my childhood. There's not many people from the whole Generation X or Zoomer generations that didn't play AdventureQuest at least once online when web flash game sites were king. It sits up there with legendary status among the Murloc Adventure Flash game. If you know, you know. Well, it's back for a 3D reimagination as an MMORPG where you're the champion who is tasked to defeat an undead army led by the main villain, the Void King. This huge game has frequent special events during different seasons and allows for class switching that can be collected and ranked up. You can ride mounts just like in World of Warcraft in this game, which is a huge bonus too, or you can transform into one as a travel form, as well as collect pets. PvP players won't be disappointed either, with the battlegrounds and duel arenas to play. The art style of this game is unique, and it has nice looking graphics that have a blend between Asian and Western styles. Number 7, War Thunder. We're back for another military simulator game here, very similar to DCS, and that's War Thunder. It's the ultimate naval combat game with large elements of aviation and armoured combat. This game spans from the 20th century to the period of modern warfare, and it offers a very diverse experience, letting you take control of some of the most powerful war machines that modern combat has to offer, taking flight in aerial combat via dogfights in the skies, on the ground behind heavy-set tanks, or on the sea in naval vessels. It doesn't matter if you want to use aircraft such as attack helicopters and jets, or naval warships. There's something for every type of player here, as the game features over 2,000 different vehicles that can be utilised in different combat situations. For an example, you could be shooting down ships with anti-aircraft guns, sinking warships with torpedoes, or providing air support. There's some thrilling situations that you'll find yourself in with this game, and it makes for some crazy PvP play. The game boasts more than 100 different maps with various difficulty settings, but you don't actually need to just thrive on PvP. The game actually has rich PvE content across its historical campaigns and its solo missions for those less competitive players. One of its most most admirable factors though is its amazing graphics and quality sound design and music, which make it much easier to feel immersed in its environments. Number 6, Galaxy Life. In outer space, where orange aliens rule, you're out there to create your very own space colony where you can fight out and discover planets in the solar system. You need to train up some soldiers, advance in technology, and produce gadgets to assist you in your conquest. If you wanted to know how running the universe would feel, this casual strategy game might be worth a play, and it's an RTS with multiplayer PvP components. Building towers for defense and producing units in bunkers to fight for you is paramount to protect your resource gathering stations, like your mines and other structures. Number 5, Asphalt 9 Legends. Asphalt throws you deep into real-world locations, letting you drive some of the most prestigious cars, from Ferraris to Porsches and McLarens, with skillful fast-paced gameplay in both single-player and multiplayer game modes, letting you pick from a boatload of cars and customize them with upgrades and parts after collecting them, and then take them for a spin across the different places. There are some seriously legendary cars to speed in the city in this game with, all with upgradable stats and transmission and beautiful parts. The tracks, having 185 or more across 13 different real-life locations, are really satisfying. You can jump into San Francisco, hit the sands of Cairo, Egypt, Osaka, through the American open country, or even across the Himalayas. The variation is there here. It doesn't matter what type of player you are. If you want to play solo, then you have over 900 different solo career events to play through, or you can jump into 8-player races live online to earn rewards and get social by building up a club with others. This is where you can get unlocks and different leaderboard ranks and positions, or set up some private races. The game has daily events and special events where you can win exclusive cars in the certain modes. Number 4, Lost Light. Lost Light is all about exploring an exclusion zone where scavenging for supplies is paramount for survival in a world full of gun wielders and loot plunderers, where every corner could be a potential high-risk situation. This game plays in a very similar way to PUBG and takes you through an immersive, dense environment spanning across urban locations such as in the city and also in the woods and through nature in its apocalyptic world. You need to monitor your hunger levels and pain and use survival to your advantage. One of the strengths of this game is the customization with weaponry, as each firearm has 12 different parts and hundreds of choosable components to modify them, with several preset loadout suggestions being available. Tactics are important in this game. For an example, scummy tactics of camping or laying low and keeping a low profile may work wonders. After evacuating from the danger zone, you can then retreat to the abandoned subway tunnels to stow away your loot, upgrading your foothold and setting up a shop to trade and sell your ill-gotten gains. Number 3, Omega Strikers. This one is a 3D knockout game in the so-called knockout striker genre, a 3v3 arena title where you can pick from a whole host of varied characters with specialized abilities, all for the purpose of scoring high-octane goals in lightning-fast matches. The rounds in this game are pretty intense, and the only purpose and objective is to knock out the opposition by getting 5 goals with at least 2 points ahead. This game runs on unranked, ranked, and private lobbies, and it has a battle pass system. There's a selection of different strikers, the heroes in the game, which are earned by playing, so you can be assured any cosmetics are not part of some pay-to-win model. This is a fun game to play solo to climb the ranked ladder, or to just squad up with friends. It reminds me of if League of Legends merged with Rocket League. Number 2, Gundam Evolution. Based on the popular Asian Gundam franchise, any collector of the models will also be happy to play this one. It's a team-based FPS game that's super immersive, putting you in the mech suits from the anime. This game pits you head-to-head in 6 versus 6 games that are objective-based battles with unique circumstances. Each of the units in the game have different attack skills and functions which offer you different styles of play. This game has very fast-paced gameplay. For an example, there's the ability to thrust to move suddenly or close large distances across the battlefield for surprise movement to your advantage. There's also G maneuver to thrust and strike directly at enemies too. Number 1, Marvel Snap. Card games have been popular for a while now. There's many well-known card game titles like Hearthstone or The Witcher's new one, Gwent. Well, Marvel Snap is no different. This game is exhilarating and super fun. It's all about strategy and outwitting the opponents move by move in style. In Snap, you build out a roster based on characters from the Marvel franchise, being heroes and villains of course. Each game is quick, hence the title, meaning each game is around only 3 minutes, taking place across over 50 different Marvel locations. If you love collecting physical cards or possessions, you'll be familiar with the collecting, mixing and matching of different hero cards and card sets, just like with physical games, but in a digital format. And that's going to conclude this list of the top 10 free-to-play Steam games of this month. Let me know in the comments below which was your favorite of these 11 games, and if I missed any great free-to-play games that just dropped or that you have been enjoying to play recently, let us know about that game in the comments too. And if this video was useful and you found a good game, press the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.